Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the New York Jets. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, here's Dart. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That is incomplete. Look at this Jaguar defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage, trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try and knock it loose.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now they'll audible to something else. Now Dart. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Off the play fake, it's Dart. This is Smith with a grab. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing, Dart. Finds Pickens out right. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Play action now. Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And he is going to have the Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
First down. 1st and 10.
Here's Dart. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be... blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. Looking to put a drive together.
And
here's a handoff out of the gun. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all living on defense. Able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Ward. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Working out of the gun here, Ward. He'll try to pick it up himself. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost him a ball game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this one is incomplete.
Oh, but we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
This is taken at about the 14. A nice punt, but a good run back as well at 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
To throw, here's Ward. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. When you talk about this Jets defense, they really played well in that win last week against Miami.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just give us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
Ward. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Hands it off out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, here's Ward. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. From the gun on 3rd down, Ward. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it with Ward. Ward in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
60 by.
Now Ward. Touchdown Jaguars. Brian Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jags are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we are tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun is Dart. And this is going to be caught by Smith for a Jet touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets have taken the lead. Boswell for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Jets 14, Jaguars 7. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. This is 2nd and 8. Throwing now, Ward. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Ward. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
That's good for a Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On play action, here's Dart. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Off play action, Ward. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They go play action with Dart. He's going deep for Brown. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Dart going to look to throw here. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Dart. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A play fake, and now it's Dart. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. To throw now, Dart. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Dart to throw on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Jets. Mason Taylor, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brian Thomas, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars get a bit closer. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Lanny, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Here's Dart. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13. Play fake, and here's Dart. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Dart. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
On play action, here's Dart to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
60 Bison, 60 18.
To the air, Dart. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. That's caught. It's Travis Hunter. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
19, 19.
Throwing is Ward. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Brian Thomas on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now it's Dart. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it'll come to 15 seconds to play in the first half.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's going to use his legs here. They'll run with Mitchell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime. Boswell good with the extra point. And a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback. And they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. To throw, here's Ward. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
60 Bison, Dragon 60.
A final shot before break. Moore. He's going to let it go again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Ward. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
14 yards. That's good for a Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted. Jets are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
They'll go play action here with Dart. He's got Smith here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
50-yard line.
Let's go.
And a completion to Wilson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The play fake, it's Dart. This is caught inside the 15. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Throwing his Dart. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
A run up the middle with Irving. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Bucky Irving, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
15 yards on the play. That's good for a Jaguars first down.
Here's Ward. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, this is...
It's caught inside the 25. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Dart. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Jets are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
They go play action with Ward. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And now an audible here into something else. To throw is Ward. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll get fouled out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
60 Maverick! 60 Maverick!
Now Ward. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Here now a 3rd and 20.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Throwing now, Ward. And that is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
As he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action with Dart. And that is incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go. Here we go.
A play fake, and now it's Dart. And this is caught. And It's so close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there.
And the Jets, first down.
To throw, Dart. And this is going to be caught by Smith for a Jet touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Jets are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Out of the gun, Ward.
Thomas has got it. Complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now.
5 yards on the play.
Operating from the gun. Moore. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And this one caught by Hunter over the middle.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Ward to throw once more.
Looking deep downfield. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jalen Hyatt, 43 yards. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to give them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Inside the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jackson Dart, 75 yards. And the Jets are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. A partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Let's go now. 79 drop. Hook it, 19. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready?
Back to throw. Moore. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
6 yards to go.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's good for the Jaguars. First down.
Here we go.
A
Set.
gain of 15.
Hot 70.
First
Hot
down,
70.
Jaguars.
Right here.
Slot man moves right. Again, he'll drop to throw.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Press all 80.
Back to throw again.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Sauce Gardner puts it off.
There he goes, right side.
CD, this defense, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They give it off here to the tight end. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. They'll try to throw for it with Dart. That's to the pylon and incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone...
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Extra point now by Boswell. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Jets 70, Jaguars 28. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though,
and it's scooped up by the Jets.
and with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.